Released in 1964, Dr. Strangelove is and remains a politically significant and relevant film. It was not, however, born in a vacuum or in the nether regions of a writer's imagination. The apocalyptic events portrayed are a clear and present byproduct of dangerous times.
Hell. All the Russians involved, sir?
During the 7 years I was secretary.
I just wanted to pause it for a second and tell you good people of the world and the internet about Robert McNamara, Secretary of Defense from 61 to 68. So that means he was Secretary of Defense when JFK was assassinated. And this guy made an operation called Project 100,000, where he allowed people with lower IQ into the military during Vietnam. And basically, Forrest Gump's character is one of these guys' troops. They were referred to as McNamara's morons. Pretty sinister guy. Let's see how he goes. Check it out.
24 hours a day, 365 days a year, we were facing the threat of Soviet movement against the West in some fashion that we might have to respond to with military action. And I'll give you an illustration. In September of 1961, a few months after President Kennedy had been inaugurated, the Soviets tried to take West Berlin away from NATO. At the end of World War II, Berlin, which was in the East German bloc, which was controlled by the Soviets, had been split in two parts, East and West. The eastern part was under the control of the Soviets. The western part was under control of NATO. And in September or October of 61, the Soviets sought to take West Berlin and incorporate it in the Soviet sector. We couldn't possibly...
This guy caused a lot of people to get killed, and he wants you dead too. Look at him. Look at how weak, disgusting, pathetic person this creature is.
Avoid military action.
Disgusting.
Very quickly.
Listen to his voice. Listen to his weak voice.
Add to our supply convoys that were crossing East
Germany. A sick old man.
Military escort. And then the Soviets instructed the East Germans to prevent a militarily escorted NATO convoy from crossing East Germany that we had a right to cross to supply West Berlin from doing so. And at that point, I called General Norstad, who was the supreme Allied.
And this guy wants to have a nuclear war. Think about it. He's going to try to convince you you can survive a nuclear war. In the meantime, they're shutting down hospitals.
I guess we'll have to use nuclear weapons. Now that was September 1961. That's not Cold War, that's close to hot war.
Dr. Strangelove was not a movie, but a metaphor for the reality of this time, which to me...
Here's another crook. Look at this guy from the Washington Post.
Right.
Another killer. These people are killers.
We don't realize how hot
They want to blow you up with a freaking nuke.
Scared me was the threat that the world was going to end. And we read in Life magazine about building a bomb shelter in the backyard, and my dad refused to build a bomb shelter on the ground because if everybody was going to die, what would be the use of surviving?
And we had those drills about get under your desk because the bomb is coming.
He's a dealer of death right here. He's one of them.
The Union is going to attack.
Keep you scared.
We hide on the desk like that was going to keep us. A little metal and wood desk was going to keep us safe.
You see how ridiculous these people are? They tell little kids, you're going to get nuked. And when you do get nuked, just jump under the desk. That'll keep you safe. That'll protect you from death. That's how insane these people are.
And dangerous as hell. You know, maybe it was a kind of hell.
Look, he loves talking about hell. These people love it.
America's Strategic Air Command maintains a large force of B-52 bombers airborne 24 hours a day. Each B-52 can deliver a nuclear bomb load of 50 megatons, equal to 16 times the total explosive force of all the bombs and shells used by all the armies in World War II.
Wow, that'll get your hair messed up.